We are live on Facebook. Live on Facebook. I am so glad that I got that worked out. It is good to see you all. I am still working on Instagram for some reason. There's a poor connection, and it is reconnecting. So hopefully it'll quickly jump on. I am so excited tonight, y'all. We're really just going to have just a casual conversation. So I'm hoping we'll get a number of people that can join in on this conversation. I think I'm going to have to reconnect with IG. Man, come on, come on, come on. Let's see what we can get going on IG while a few of you jump on. Let's see what we got here. Y'all see I'm repping my ATL wear. So ATL gear. Guess what? I'm going to be really brief tonight. I'm going into a group in a few minutes. So I am going to be pretty brief. But, I had to take a moment to just celebrate. I'm still even catching up to try to get everything posted and all of that because today has really been an amazing day. So much great news. For many of you who've been following me, if you have, you see that this week was really big because I released and revealed my first published, actually it's not my first, but my newly published book that is all completely my project. The inspiration has been downloaded specifically and uniquely for me to package in a container that goes back out into the universe and is by design purposed to do good and make a difference in the world around me. So that went off with, just so many prayers, so much spiritual growth and work that was a part of that preparation to carry, to labor with, and birth that baby called the book, Girl, Get Ready to Lose the Damn Weight. I know there's probably like, whoa, Dr. Jada, you got serious with it. And yes, I did. Never fear, we're going to have a separate time where we just break down this book and the concepts behind it and the thoughts. And you'll hear from my family while I was writing this book. So it's going to be really, really cool. So I'm scheduling a date for that. I apologize. I don't have that with us right now, but I will definitely be doing a big splash of a launch so we can talk a lot about some stuff that you probably just haven't got a chance to talk one-on-one with an author, bestseller, and I am just excited to break this down. We'll probably do a few book clubs and some private book clubs and stuff. I just think it's going to be amazing what comes out of this body of work. So I just wanted to let you know that I am proud of myself and I'm grateful for you. And I'll be posting about that new book. Also want to invite you all to One Manifest. That's my second thing. I'm putting my plugs in the beginning while I still got you. Is One Manifest is an amazing experience. It's not just a conference, it's an experience, y'all, where I'm coming together with a group of amazing women, thought leader, goddesses, entrepreneurs, family-oriented, wonderful people who are coming together on one stage for one day to bring, I believe, some amazing gifts on that day to people who are ready to hear, to share, to be guided, to be poured into as it relates to birthing your vision, whether that's your vision for your health, it's your vision for your family, it's your vision for your finances, for your business, for your marriages, for your relationships, for your own self-growth. This experience is going to be absolutely fabulous. There are limited in-person seats, and there are some virtual opportunities as well. So unlimited virtual, but limited in-person seats. So you definitely want to go ahead and register for that. That is on my page, and the link is also in my bio. So make sure y'all check that out. Check that out. It may be something great for you to do, even for your small team. If you have a small team that you're growing and you have support that you want to develop, this will be a great opportunity for you to bring your team with you to learn, to grow, to share, to engage, to network. It's all of that. So I want to say that. So tonight, I'll probably mention it one more time. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. You'll see a lot of stuff dropping here with stuff that's going on and things that I'm delighted to be a part of. The topic tonight is going to be like really simple. I think it's going to be something that's simple, but something that we don't think about a lot. A lot of times I've heard it said, well, reality is your perception. But I also want you to ponder the fact that your perception creates your reality. So it's bi-directional, it's bidirectional. And so the question is, what do you want to experience? Which should be first? What do you want to manifest, or what do you want to see in your life? Or do you want to look at your life and say, this is what it is because this is what I see? That may sound kind of complex. You may have to go back and listen to this a time or two, but I'm just coming to say to you, your reality being your perception is one thing, but can you allow, think about, consider your perception becoming your reality? So how are you seeing your current situation? How are you seeing your life? How are you seeing your progress? I mean, a lot of times by design, we look at what our situations are based on what's missing or what we don't have, or what we wish we had, or what we want more of, or what we missed out on, what was taken from us, what was squandered, what the divorce left me with, what my last relationship took out of me. There seems to be this reality that is shaped around a perception that is fixed. Therefore, if that perception is fixed, that reality is fixed. So in other words, whatever you think and believe is what is so. So what if we reverse that? What if we thought and believed and created the reality out of what our thoughts and our beliefs said were so? So that reality doesn't become this fixed, unmovable thing, but we have the ability to shape it, to create it, to modify it, to change it. When it's good, we can make it great. When it's great, we can make it better. When it's better, we can be, amazed with and delighted with what could be next. All of the possibilities in our lives and in our experiences, we get to create. So I like the idea of having this discussion, because a lot of times I think we look out into the world. Hello, I think we look out into the world and we see somebody else's reality through our perception of who they are and what their experience must have been, what was available to them from the beginning. I think we can sometimes get caught up in comparisons, and when we see those situations that seem so far in the distance, but they're really things that we admire. So I have a couple of things to say about comparison. When you're comparing, don't worry about comparing. Don't worry about measuring up to somebody else. Don't worry about being at the same cadence or the same pace of somebody else's progress. Don't be worried about it, letting your own feelings of insecurity, lack, scarcity, limitations be reflected in what you see that person's experience as. In other words, don't take your situation and count it out or discount it, or not be aware of where it is now and where it's going and what it has taken for you to get to where you are, and just happen to look at somebody else's reality and perceive that it was always that way. So what am I saying? I'm saying behind every vision that we see of somebody else's world, that's a rejection. There's a projection of what we believe about our world. So listen, when you see those people and there's this tendency to say, well, they have that. Are you inspired? Are you motivated? Do you start looking at yourself with self-doubt? Do you start judging yourself? Like, these are real thoughts to consider when we look out there and we see the perception of other people winning. Like, what does that cause us to think, feel, and experience about ourselves? Do you become jealous? Do you become envious? Does it make you go and shrink to what your situation is? Do you become smaller instead of bigger? I say there are opportunities to shape what you see in comparison and help that create inspired action in who you are. So what am I saying that to say? I'm saying that just like you can perceive somebody else's reality, you can create that perception in your own life and create that reality for yourself. What does that take? It takes you looking inward instead of looking outward. So I'm going to just break it down and tell you a situation. I started my book a couple of years ago. I started it with a group of people that, we started everything together. And by all definitions, we should have finished together. But they finished before I did. They finished before I did. I wasn't done with my book. I was still laboring through it. I was still looking over it. Maybe even had some episodes and some situations of perfectionism, which sometimes leads to procrastination, which then leads you to self discover. Because now it's like, well, am I this, or am I really that? Was I given a vision that I really wasn't capable of fulfilling? The answer is always no, because if it's your vision, it's your vision. So the provision is there for you. So when I think back, to that time, I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? And I'm like, you know what? You're going to run your race at the pace that you need to run it to finish. That's what you're going to do. You're going to run your own race at the pace that you need to go to finish. That is the assignment. It is to finish. So today, y'all, when I look at the email, when I got the email and I actually saw all the screenshots and all of those, the evidence that my daily perception of me being a finisher, of me becoming a best-selling author, all of those days that I had to imprint that in my mind, in my life, in my spirit, in my brain, in my soul, I had to embody that. And there were days that I didn't. And it took me that long. It took me that long, but I don't take anything for my journey. That's a different book. I don't take anything for my journey because it has put something in that book that it took out of me to download first, to be able to put it out there authentically. And it required a whole level of persistence. So I don't know where this may be hitting you right now. I don't know what it is that you are feeling like your reality is just so limited. It is what it is culture. You bought into the idea that it is what it is. It is what you create. It is what you allow. It is what you give yourself permission to have, to be, to do, to experience, to enjoy, to delight in. And, on the days that you don't feel that way, sometimes you got to go back and see, well, where have I gotten to this point? And what's my very next step? So, for those of you who have goals in your health, those of you that have goals in your weight, those of you that have goals in how you see yourself, those of you with goals in the areas of confidence, success, potential, growth, personal development, business leadership, relationship enjoyment. Those of you that are looking at what is my reality in my bank account, in my home life, am I, settling? Am I not? Am I playing small? And I say the altar to that is deciding to play big. Sometimes you may not feel like you can play big, but you have to tap inside to get to that person. Because again, if you have been given the vision, the provision is there. So I say to you tonight, thank you for those of you who stuck out the process with me. And thank you for those of you who understand that in order for you to make your impact on the world, you got to start with one step. You got to start with one step, and you got to persist, and you got to persist, and you got to persist. You got to keep going in the same direction. You got to keep going in the same direction. Sometimes you're running, sometimes you're crawling. Sometimes you are running, and sometimes you are crawling in what it is you are putting out into the world around you. Sometimes you're running, and sometimes you're crawling. The key is to keep moving forward. So, hey, you know me, I'm Dr. Jada, your weight loss and wellness expert, physician, best-selling author, speaker, entrepreneur, and I'm your family girl. I always seem to trickle my way down to that, but I tell you, my amazing family has, from my husband and kids all the way out to my village across the country, my aunts, uncles, cousins, everybody, all my friends. Y'all know y'all's support is supreme, and it allows me to have the audacity to believe that I can change not only my reality, but that of other people with with what I do, what I'm purposed to do, and what I enjoy every day putting out into the world. One last thing, if you have not heard about this, this is my last announcement. I am launching the last course for this year of Unstruggle Your Weight Loss. It's the last course of the year of Unstruggle Your Weight Loss. Send me a DM. If I actually had closed the group, I was going to, I've done some private enrollment, but I do have an pre-enrollment event that's coming up on Sunday evening. If you want an invitation to that to learn more about Unstruggle Your Weight Loss by Dr. Jada, it is a system and a whole opportunity to learn some things you probably never thought about the weight loss struggle. The struggle is reality, but what is your perception? So I want you, if you have any interest whatsoever, you know anybody that's interested in working with me on Unstruggling Your Weight Loss, this is the last quarter of enrollment. Send me in the DM. I have a couple of spots left. When I say a couple, I think 2 or 3. So if you feel compelled to just even explore if that could be for you, then I want you to DM me and I can get my assistant to reach out to you. The pre-enrollment is just a pre-enrollment overview where you can ask questions. It's a Q&A. So there's no obligation. So just, go ahead and register and jump in. You do need to register. So I want to make sure if you think it's for you, if you just even want to understand what is she talking about? What is Unstruggle Your Weight Loss? Just jump in there and let us know. We can send you the link for that. You can register. And that is coming up on Sunday. And then the group begins October 24th. And it's our last quarter. We're going hard and heavy, y'all. I know we're going into the holidays. That's okay. I want y'all to not limit yourself to the situations of past holidays, but what you want to create, because y'all, after the holidays, we're blessed and fortunate. 2022 is coming upon us, and we got to be ready. So, girl, get ready for Sunday. Girl, get ready to unstruggle your weight loss. And girl, get ready to lose the damn weight. Go get the book. Check out the bio. All right. I'll see you next time. And until then, if you haven't heard it enough, haven't heard it at all, or if you can stand to hear it one more time today, I love you. So until then, bliss and blessings.